Hi there. We just finished doing the calculating the area of a rectangle, and I want to show you something that's a little bit different. But we're going to reuse some of this code because reusing code is part of programming, and it's better to recognize that sooner rather than later. So I'm going to copy all of this code from the previous exercise, the rectangle area calculator, and now I'm going to create a new file and we'll call that O6. And today we're going to create a currency exchange calculator. So I'm just going to say currency.py, and then I'm going to paste that code right in. We don't need the old one anymore, and we can close that side view. So now we've got our rectangle area calculator, and now I want to make it a currency exchange calculator. So let's play around here a little bit, and I'm going to instead of, since we're dealing with money, instead of the percent sign, I'm going to make my little user interface dollar signs here. And then I'm going to change the name of the calculator. And it's a currency exchange calculator. So we're going to go from euros to dollars. Euros to dollars. And so we're going to get rid of that because we don't need that piece anymore. And we only want the user to enter one thing, and that is going to be euros and number of euros you have. Okay, and so we are going to only convert one FL euros is going to be STR euros. So we're converting it to a float. We still need to do that. And we're going to say FL euros times, let's say the exchange rate is 1.25. Not great for the dollar, but not completely out of the question either. So we're going to say FL dollars. So if we take the euros and multiply it times 1.25, then we get the amount in dollars that it's worth. And then the final, your dollar amount will be. And I'm going to do something a little bit different. We're going to get rid of this part right here because I want to show you some formatting. And so below this, let's say your exchange results will be, and in the line below that, I'm going to say we're going to say FL euros, and we are going to do something new. This is similar to the center method, but this is the right justify method. And I'm going to use this to line up my euros and my dollars on the right-hand side. So we're going to do this, and then we're going to say right justify, and we're going to put it in a row of 10. And then we're going to put right after that, we're going to add another string. And I'm going to do space euros is equal to, and then I'm going to do another print line right below that, and that's going to be an F string as well. And we're going to do something similar, except we're going to say dollars, and we're going to line up those dollars right there with the euros. And then we're going to say plus dollars. Okay, so now let's run our little currency calculator here and see how that works. So we've got the number of euros. Let's say 325 euros. Uh-oh, we have a little problem here with our dollars. We can't have $4.06 and a quarter of a cent after that. So we've got to format this number properly, or else we're going to be in trouble. So how do we do that? Okay, so what I need to do is come back up here, and I'm going to fix my formatted string. And what I'm going to do is inside the curly braces, I'm going to put a colon, which tells Python that I'm going to format this variable. So I know this variable might have more than 2 decimals, but I want to make sure it only has 2 decimals. So I put this code in, the colon, that says I'm going to format that into something, and I'm going to say point to F, just like that. So inside the curly braces, it reads FL dollars colon point to F. And this is the code that says we are going to put 2 decimal places at the end of that number, no matter what. So even if it comes out to an even number, then it's still going to be 2 decimal places. The nice thing about that is that it will line up. Now, to make sure that I have it line up, in case euros is entered as something without a decimal, I'm going to do the same thing here. And that way, both of the displays are going to line up perfectly. So let's run that one more time and enter the number of euros we have. If I enter 100 euros, look at that. So now the decimal places are going to line up no matter what I put. So let's run it again and enter 1.36. 1.36 euros is equal to $1.70. And doesn't that look nice? How lined up those numbers are. And you always want to line up a number like this on the right hand side. And so this has 10 spaces, so I can convert up to like 1,000,000 euros, which is probably plenty if we're going to use this currency converter. But let's just, as an example, 34,567.45 euros is equal to $43,209.31. So it does work, and you can see that those numbers, the right-hand side of these is always lined up here because it's using 10 spaces. So rjust 10 is saying we're going to put this on the right-hand side of 10 spaces, and we'll fill in the rest with just spaces. And so that's really, really useful. The rjust feature, anytime you're doing currency or numbers with a decimal that you need to line up on the right-hand side, that's how you do it. So you want to use the rjust feature, and that makes it look really nice.